Do you ever feel like managing your money is just one more thing stressing you out? Like no matter how much you earn, it just never feels like enough? I get it because I've been there. For years, I struggled with financial stress. At one point, my net worth was negative $25,000. But after I started managing my money differently, everything changed. Now my net worth is in the multiple six figures and growing. So if you're tired of worrying about money and you want a system that actually works without the overwhelm, keep watching. Because I'm about to break down how I manage my finances without burning out and the basics I wish someone had told me early on. Now let's get into it. First things first, to build wealth and reduce financial stress, you need to master these three things. One is how to earn money because you can't manage what you don't have. Two is how to manage money. When you make money, you need to know what to do with it so your money works for you. And three is how to spend money because spending money wisely equals long-term freedom. Most people focus on earning but completely ignore the other two. That's why they stay stuck. So today, we're covering all three. Step one, how to earn money without burning out. There are only two ways to make money. The first way is trading your time for money. This is when you get paid directly for the work that you do. The second way is investing time for future money. This is when you're building assets that will pay you later. Neither is better or worse. It just depends on your current goals. If you need cash now, you want to trade your time for money. You have a job, you're freelancing, you're doing service-based work, things of that nature. If you want to build long-term wealth, invest your time into things that will make you money later on, like starting a business, investing in real estate, or other types of investments. Ideally, you're doing both, so eventually you can transition away from trading your time for money. So let's break this down. Trading your time for money means you work, you get paid. It's simple, it's predictable, but it's limited. Investing your time for future money means no instant paycheck, but the potential for unlimited future returns. If you're stuck in the first category, but you want financial freedom, start setting aside time now to work on the second, even if it's just an hour per week. That's how you build wealth without burning out. Now that we've talked about earning money, let's talk about managing money. Step two, how to manage your money, a simple system that works. Let's say you get paid $1,000. What happens to that money? Step one, you have one central checking account where that money gets deposited. Every single dollar you make should first land in one checking account. So every time you get paid, that money is automatically deposited in that account. All of your bills are going to be paid out of this one account, and you're only going to keep about 1 month of expenses there. Having a central place to manage all of your income and expenses makes managing your money so much easier. Step two is to set aside money for taxes immediately. If you're a W-2 employee, this is already handled for you. Your employer will have taken out money for taxes before paying you, but if you're self-employed, you want to take 30% off the top and set that aside in a high-yield savings account for taxes. Even if you end up owing less, it's good to have a cushion here and you can choose what to do with that leftover money at the end of the year. Step three is to pay your future self. So you're going to take 20% of that and put it in one of two places. Short-term savings, which would be your emergency fund or other savings for big purchases. You're going to keep this money in another high-yield savings account labeled for its purpose. Or two would be your long-term investments. These would be retirement accounts, brokerage accounts, real estate. This is where real wealth builds over time. Step four is spending the rest. So 50% of your income can go towards everything else: rent, food, funds, subscriptions, and other life expenses. Managing money isn't just about cutting back. It's about knowing where your money should go so you don't have to stress over every single dollar. And now, step three, let's talk about how to spend money without guilt or stress. Most people overspend on things that make them less happy in the long term. Here's how to fix that. There are 4 categories of spending. 1, living expenses, rent, food, bills. You want to spend as little money as possible in this category while staying comfortable. 2, experiences, travel, concerts, events. Prioritize these when you can. Experiences bring lasting happiness. 3 is assets, investments, property, stocks, bonds. This is anything you own that grows in value. The more you put here, the wealthier you'll be. And 4 is liabilities, debt, car loans, unnecessary payments, anything you own that diminishes in value. So clothes, shoes, home decor, even furniture falls into this category. So spend wisely here and minimize these as much as possible. So when it comes to managing money to build wealth and create financial freedom, I have 4 goals for you. 1, keep living expenses reasonable and within your means. Ideally, less than 50% of your income is being spent on all of your necessary expenses to live. 2, don't skimp on experiences that bring you joy. What's the point of living if we're not going to be happy doing it? Spend your money wisely and spend your money on things that make you happy. 3, invest as much as possible in assets as soon as possible. Don't make the mistake of thinking that you'll have time later. Make it a habit and a practice to invest in assets now so that they can grow over time. And 4, cut liabilities that add stress. It may sound nice to get a brand new car or upgrade to a bigger house, but a higher car payment or a bigger house is going to add more stress to your life. Maybe hold off until it feels well within your means to do so. At the end of the day, when you start spending intentionally and not just out of habit, you'll feel more in control of your money and your life. Hi, Jojo. I'm enjoying the video. Look who I found. Money doesn't have to be stressful. When you earn smart, manage wisely, and spend intentionally, you set yourself up for freedom. Not just financially, but mentally and emotionally too. This was a really high-level overview of how to think about and manage money. If you want a more detailed step-by-step breakdown of how to implement these steps, let me know in the comments. I'd love to answer your questions and address the topics you're interested in future videos. I have tons more content to share on building wealth, happiness, and freedom, so make sure you subscribe and check out this next video. Come here, Joe. Come here. Hey, baby.